Right now, because of the pandemic, I have seen a tremendous need for additional funding as a family child care provider. We have to constantly clean and keep the environment even more sterile than before. So we're basically wiping up and cleaning behind every activity just to keep the children safe. So we've incurred a cost of uh, having to buy additional PPE to keep the environment clean, to keep everyone healthy. That's additional money that we didn't have to worry about before. Not only that, if you're choosing to service early learners or e-learners, those children that have to come to your program because the schools are not open in their community for their safety, we have incurred additional costs. If you have 6 weeks up to age 12, working with e-learners, you definitely have to have a support system, an assistant, or someone that can help with the e-learners while you're still providing care and special attention to those little ones. That's very important. You can't neglect one to service the other one. They both need to be protected. They both need services. They both need care. How are you to do that on the same income that you were getting all the time? That's an additional expense. So how do we work with that? I have been really blessed and lucky. I'm in the state of Illinois, and I received money from the restoration grant because my numbers were reduced from group care, which is 16 to 12 children, and I'm losing income, but yet my costs have accelerated. So what do? Lucky enough to get the restoration grant, and those funds help me to hire an assistant that will help work with the school age e-learners, and I can still give that attention needed to the younger children. A lot of providers, everyone did not get that grant. They did not qualify. So what do? They want to help school age children, but they're limited. Their hands are tied. They can't do it on the same income that's coming in. They need help. They need support, or they'll have to turn those children away. And then where do they go? There's not enough programs and after school programs that can assist them, back to school clubs, things like it's not enough. It's too many children. So where do they go? How do they get the education and the learning that they need during a time like this? So funding is very important. If a provider can get that funding just to support the e-learners, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, it would be a tremendous help. Support for continual PPE, support for training. During this time, the kids are going through a lot of traumatic stress. And we need training, even more training. I've taken several classes on trauma, and the classes I've taken is nothing compared to what the children are experiencing now. So our providers can get funding for PPE, for additional support with e-learners, for training in trauma. Kids are going through a lot of trauma and stress. Children, families, providers, our nation. And so if we can get additional support to help us to move forward for the betterment of everyone, it would be great. It's really needed. It's nothing we really need to think about. It is necessary.